Hey everybody, this is Line Space on Note Taking, and we're playing Digimon World 3, and this is some fun music that you're not going to hear too often, because you don't find an excuse to come to liberated Byakko City very often. I love elements like this in RPGs, where your actions suddenly change a part of the world that you interact with. Freeing Byakko City, getting you all these characters sitting around is just so wonderful, and the new music is also just delightful. I like it a lot. So, we're here to find the dastardly AOA's path from Amaterasu server. Which means we need to go harass the leader of Byakko, the false leader of Byakko City, who is sitting over here. Who are you? You're that kid we caught last time. What do you want? Did you come here to be captured again? No way. I came here to ask how you got to this server. If you want to know, I'll tell you. The transport Digimon the AOA created. We came here from Amaterasu to the server by Bulbmon! Bulbmon? Yes, a great Digimon that can move between servers. Unfortunately, it acted weird when we arrived here. Acting weird? What does that mean? Lucky Mouse erected a protective field, so our Bulbmon broke down and threw us out. That's why we quickly attacked Byakko City. Hey, wait a sec. Then where's Bulbmon? I have no idea. I'm sure it's digging some more dimensional holes. Scrambled thoughts. And I guess I should look for Bulbmon. Hey wait, I think I've seen Bulbmon somewhere before. So, for those of you who don't remember, or who didn't watch, we fought Bulbmon on our way to South Sector, and if you're not over-leveled like we were, Bulbmon's a problem. Hey kid, look, we got Byakko City back. With Lisa's plan and my skills, this was a piece of cake. For any of you who are curious about what the grinding off-screen looked like between last stream and this stream, I'm just going to showcase it really, really simply by showing you that I have... Oh, I actually have less of those than I thought. Oh, I also have one of these left over. Hey, that's a good card. Here's just, for those of you who this makes any sense to, our folder. It's gotten some huge upgrades, including just a whole bunch of these cards that let us find whatever we want, and some draw twos. So, I debated between starting here or starting on Divermon Island. I decided to start here, because I'm excited to get to Amaterasu server. We will do card battling eventually, I promise. This I swear. We may even do it before we go to Amaterasu server, honestly, because we do need to head back to Asuka City now. No. No, we don't head back to Asuka now. No, now we go to South Sector. Please, brain, work with me. But we'll probably do Divermon before we do the Divermon Island in Asuka before we head off to... Hey, look, it's Metal Mamamon! I told you you'd see this little guy. We are going to get to see Mechanical Bash. So, these are my favorite techs in the game, the ones that augment your physical attack. With Mechanical Bash, I can basically one-shot anything on this server, I'm pretty sure. As you can see, we have War Greymon and Metal Mamamon at level 39s. We won't need them anymore once they're level 40. So I had them set up like this that way. Got to see them for a little bit before we moved on. Metal Mamamon's actually an ultimate. We're going to need his Mega, and we'll be using his Mega for a fair bit of today's stream. Imperial Dramon, on the other hand, is level 46. We're going to be borrowing some decks from it. And... oh, that needs to get to level 99, so that's gonna be our reserve for if we max out level elsewhere. But right now oh wait, South Sector, other side, wait, yes, other side. Oh, you can tell this is an early morning stream. Alright, Sleepy Brain, come on. We can pull together. Yeah, I don't need to harass that person until later. Yeah. Yeah, now I remember why I eventually need to go talk to that person. We eventually need to interrogate Game Master again, but that won't be for quite some time. So yeah, we can see here that Metal Mamemon doesn't quite one-shot here in West Sector with just a normal attack, which is about right for an ultimate. Does do it with Mechanical Bash, probably does it with Metal Attack too. And you'll see, when we're attacking we're getting that Dark Field effect. That's the dark power we got for beating the Game Master last time. Decided to have that on us. Oh hey, Magician Rod might be a decent weapon for the characters that can use it, aka Patamon and Renamon, aka not us. There's a point eventually where it becomes reasonable to try and use other members and get them leveled up for the post-game. I would say for the super late game, but you don't get access to the absolute best equipment until essentially right before the final boss, because of how this game's endgame works. But post-game, as little as I know about it, post-game is supposed to ramp up in difficulty a lot, so I might try and do some grinding on getting our other members up high enough to be useful. We'll see how I end up feeling. There might also be a break in this game between the main game and post-game. Lots of decisions to be made. Yeah, we're borrowing Mega Heal, by the way, which is just going to keep us healthy. 88 MP for typically more than what Supercharge would give us is a lot of health. I mentioned this before, but healing techs are kind of busted. Digivolve learned? Metal Garurumon. Alright, we'll be picking that up when we get to Suzaku City. Right now, though, we'll be swapping over to Wargreymon to get it exhaust leveled. Give you a chance to see arguably the most famous Mega in the series, considering that it is Agumon's Mega. The most famous Ultimate, the most famous Ultra, which is the level above Mega, we'll be seeing later, and there's no argument on what the most famous Ultra is. The only real argument on most famous Mega is the debate between Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon. I think that just comes down to personal preference. And that, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the first series is just so much... Digimon Adventure 1 has such a bigger place in pop culture than the rest of the franchise. And there isn't a situation like Renamon where the furry community has latched onto a Mega the same way that they have Renamon as a rookie. There are some Ultimates, but no Megas. Hello, Suzaku, or sorry, South Sector. Shalmon, you've made a mistake. So yeah, we've seen this kind of model before. This is essentially just Black Wargreymon, but a lot busier looking. I'm okay with this model, but it really does remind me that a lot of these look super busy. And that was actually way easier to get than I expected. I guess I must have had leftover Digivolve EXP. So now we swap back to Imperial Dramon up until we get our hands on Metal Garurumon, which should be at least one fight, giving you an early peek at what I've been using a lot of, and what I will be using a lot of later on. Especially depending on what happens once we hit the level we need to with Metal Garurumon. Hey, you have something to say to me. That earthquake was scary! Almost lost my mind. But isn't it weird? An earthquake in the digital world? Okay, so that's our first trigger point for this. It's also what tells me that, yes, I needed to come to South Sector now. Shocking nobody, quakes in the digital world, thanks to Bulbmon. Then I'm pretty sure we come down this way to the lady who told us about the Digi-Egg of Sincerity's place. Was that an earthquake? I was so scared. Okay, you say the same thing twice. Now I head to Suzaku. Either head to Suzaku now, or there's somebody at the very end of South Sector I need to talk to, and I'm hoping I'm wrong and I don't need to talk to the person who gave the South Sector. The other end of South Sector. Here's Imperial Dramon. I prefer fighter mode so much more, but Big Scary Dragon is still pretty solid. Disappointingly in the anime for Adventure 2, really just a vehicle Imperial Dramon is. Swaps straight to fighter mode to actually do any fighting, but really downplays how epic of scale Imperial Dramon could have been. Yeah, there it is. Tremors! Well, what's going on? Oh, I had control. Thanks, game. Thanks, me. And yes, we do need to run into Suzaku City before we go to the next dungeon that has Bulbmon. Not only so that we can swap our Digivolutions out, but also so that we can get the next trigger. Because this is one of the most trigger-heavy quests in the game as far as just back-to-back-to-back triggers go. Digivolve... Change Digivolve type. Metal Megamon become... Metal Garurumon. You can see here, by the way, I raised our attack by one more level of training, and I accidentally almost maxed out our attack stats. That's why I didn't let myself raise our speed any further. It was because I already did that. And we're actually going to swap to Black Wargreymon, who's level 91, has its ultimate ability, and just has better tech loads for us. I'm going to check to see if I can load that Mechanical Dash. No! Imperial Dramon, you give such good decks. So yeah, we've got a Super Fire attack, a Super Dark attack, and Mega Heal all being passed to Metal Garurumon. So we are going to be more than ready for Amaterasu server, which, like I said last time, you want to be going into with a Mega. Technically, like a lot of things I've said, you don't have to be as powerful as I've demonstrated, but it makes life a lot less of a headache. More importantly, it keeps you from having to use a lot of healing items, and for me personally, that's just something that I really enjoy not needing. It also means that you're a lot less likely to get stranded wandering through the world trying to figure out what to do. So if you don't know exactly what you're doing, then it's very helpful to be a little overpowered, or to just have a very solid Digimon. And if you're... And even if you know what you're doing, it causes a lot less of a headache. Hey, what was that? An earthquake? That was a 6 or more on the Richter scale. Okay, you're not the one I needed to talk to. But we are essentially entering the end game, so it's time to get to Megas anyways. Leader went to look at the damage caused by the earthquakes. Her sense of responsibility is always so strong. You won't tell me where, but you've told me that, which I'm pretty sure is the trigger I needed. Oh, you're looking for Leader? She's not here. She went somewhere after the earthquake. Oh, that's the trigger I needed. Somewhere. Where's that? I don't know. But I heard a weird sound from the jungle. Weird sound. Yeah, a sound like a machine or a Digimon. A weird sound. Leader heard that and took off. I'm not sure, but maybe she headed towards the jungle. I see. Well, thanks. Now, I mentioned before, way back, that eventually the game needs us to go to the Jungle Shrine, which has a bunch of supremely high-level Numamon for no good reason, and Zanbamon down at the bottom. Zandamon's an optional boss. We fought him previously when we were finishing up this grind to get ourselves Black or Greymon. Man, I actually really like how Metal Garurumon looks. I think the fact that polygon-wise it gets to be a little bit more streamlined with a bunch of painted-on details definitely helps compared to trying to actually mold the musculature for a Digimon like War Greymon and Greymon. And it's still so confusing to me that Gabumon just isn't a rookie in like any game. No love for Matt. Or sorry, a default rookie in any game. Lots of games let you use Gabumon. That's because most of these games let you freely digivolve through different rookie lines too. Saku Leader went to the catacombs. Leader must be worried about the animals too. And that's our last hint. Just in case you couldn't figure it out, screaming at us where to go next. And considering that I've given the game shit in the past for not giving us enough direction, I'm not complaining when I say this. I like the fact that this is so many triggers so close together, and if you miss any of them, you have to go back and do them in correct order. That's the annoying part. The fact that there's so many hints to get you to go where you're supposed to, I actually like a lot. I'm actually not that against even the fact that we're told, hey, where's Bulbmon? And they ask the player to remember where they fought Bulbmon at. When I was first told that, I immediately went, can we just hit you? Will you just die when I punch you? Or when we leap at you? No. Oh, Lord. These freaking Numamon. My immediate response was I went to the gondola station and I crossed it, thinking that maybe Bulbmon would just attack me again there. That didn't happen, so then I ended up searching South Sector, talking to the NPCs, and that's why I know that there's somebody at the far end of South Sector who talks to you about the quakes. I did not hit all of the triggers in the right order, unfortunately, so I still ended up getting a little frustrated with this quest the first time, but it's not the worst one in the game. I must admit that. Let's give Giga Fire a try. By the way, whenever... I know that's the animation for Metal Garurumon doing that, but just imagine Metal Garurumon firing missiles whenever it uses attack, because that's essentially what's happening. Hey, Agumon's at level 48. For those of you who have seen the load screen before, or the save screen, I guess, you'll know that my other file that I have right now, from the last time I played, is level 54. So we are now 6 levels behind the last time I played 2003, which was me aiming to get to the post-game, but did not end up getting there because I've been playing too much of this game. I like this spooky music. It's not trying too hard, but it's got a nice little ambience to it. Hey, Musyamon. Die, Musyamon. Oh, okay. I didn't actually thought that was going to one-shot Musyamon. Good on you, Musyamon. You have such... Its dark attack looks so spooky. Yeah, of course we still have Counter Crest on. I decided to have Dark Attack on for a little while, just because the fact that we got it off the Game Master. Feels right to show off what one of those accessories is like. It actually does add a chunk to our damage, because no matter, it doesn't change our full attack to being dark, it adds a dark element, an amount of dark element damage to the attack. So it's always going to be a boost, even if the enemy really heavily resists dark. See? Look at that! That's a hole! Whoa, what is that? A security hole. It's like a hole in the net. That must be the reason behind the earthquake. That voice is from the gondola. I get it. He's Bulbmon. If I go through this hole, maybe I'll find Amaterasu server. I told you, you can't go. You don't know what's going to happen. It's too dangerous. As a leader of South Sector, I'm not going to let anyone get hurt. Oh, come on. I really have to go to the other side. You've heard about the AOA, right? Someone has to go now or worse things are going to happen. If you put it that way... Oh, alright. But if it's too dangerous, come back, okay? Hey, Suzaku Leader, I have a question. Do you know where the emergency chamber in the North Sector is? Are you talking about the emergency matrix chamber? It's located in the basement of Kulon Mine, but you need the 4 leader badges to use it. 4 leader badges. I got it. Thanks, Suzaku Leader. So I think the exposition there about needing the leader badges to get into the matrix chamber is a little clunky. I think it could have been placed somewhere else, but I really love that scene in general. I'm going to skip a fair bit of what you're supposed to do here. Welcome to the invisible path here that you actually need to take. Just gonna save us some headache there. If you go all the way through, you find an AOA soldier who's like, there's hidden paths, and I don't know how to get out of here, and that's the one hidden path in here. So, you just go up that ladder, and it takes you to where Bulbmon is. This is a cute, this is a relatively cute dungeon. I actually like it, and of course, I love the aesthetic, because I am just a fan of Digimon's digital world aesthetic, using using transistor lines, I think? I'm not a tech person. But using very tech-looking stuff and just making it everywhere or incorporated into the world. I like it a lot. So that was a Minotaurumon, who's green instead of brown. Similar trick to what they did with the stronger Kuwagamon. And, just to be on the safe side, because this Bulbmon's not going to be the same strength as before. Wait, no, we have Mega Heal. Never mind. I was going to throw a Supercharge on us. Then I remembered we have a Self-Heal. So let's face Bulbmon, shall we? Confusion. An Earthquake again? God, love this. Bulbmon's doofy face and everything. That earthquake was caused by it making holes. Just watch. I'm going to defeat it this time. Bulbmon's arms popping up like that is just a wonderfully terrifying image. Such a big fan. Let's go ahead and Black Dart it. Let's start there. Because given that Bulbmon used water attacks, I'm not going to try the fire move. Okay, 1,000 damage is pretty good. How much does Bulbmon hit us for? Fair chunk. Fair on you, Bulbmon. Oh yeah, Blackthorn got us double whatever physical attack is. Man, upping Spirit's gonna do some work. I need to do a full Spirit run. Like, I need to just finally knuckle down and do that, apparently. Just Black Dart. And if we still go twice despite the speed up, then a second Black Dart should take care of this. Oh, that was a crit Black Dart. Man, why do my techs always crit when I'm not expecting them? But Black Dart is still slightly more damage. Now you see, this is why I don't do tech runs, is because I keep thinking that they only deal slightly more than base attacks. And now that don't... I give up. The attack range on these 3 hitters is just too large. But there goes Bulbmon. Yeah, I defeated Bulbmon. Huh? The hole just keeps going. Maybe it goes to Amaterasu server. Well, let's find out. And now we're in the second half of the bug maze. For those of you who have been curious why I don't worry about grabbing items, it's because they're really not that useful. Typically I'll grab them off camera if I'm going to. It's just a little bit of wasted time and effort. And you'll recognize this as the forest in basement. So that's an easy way for the player to go, I know where we are. And you have to have come here at least once on the Guillemon quest line. So that helps you. What the? Are you the AOA? I'm not going to surrender! I'm gonna beat you guys with my Digimon. Hey, wait! I'm not the AOA. I've done this once before. I'm Junior. I came from the Asuka server. Oh, you did? Sorry, I thought you were with them. I'm Kenny. But how did you get to Amaterasu? I came through the security hole that Bulbmon dug. Kenny, do you know where the Digi-Egg of Knowledge is? No, I really don't know. Sorry. But even if I knew, it's impossible to look for it. This Amaterasu server has been taken over by the AOA. You don't know that unless you try. What happened to the other tamers? They captured us and forced us to raise Digimon for war. And then they turned them all into Oinkmon. Oinkmon again. Oh man, I'm not going to let them get away with that. Well, that's what we think too. Actually, the people who didn't get caught are forming a resistance to overthrow the AOA. I want to join them, so I've been searching for them. A resistance? I want to help too, but I can't right now. I need the Digi-Egg of Knowledge to get to the real world. I see. That's too bad. Well, I'm going. Watch your back, Junior. Yeah, you too. Oh yeah! You'll need this to walk around the Amaterasu server. I got the Crony ID. Cool! I love that stupid Crony ID. If you have that, they think you're a member of an AOA member. Just don't be stupid and you won't get caught. Thanks, I owe you one. Well, I'm going. Be careful, Junior. Yeah, let's kick their sorry butts. Good guy, Kenny. Let's look for the Digi-Egg of Knowledge. So, we are now in Amaterasu server. The inns here are expensive. And don't have a lot of direction. And this is, again, one of those times where I'm okay with that. Similar to when you're first dropped off in East Sector, you're kind of in this position of you don't really know what to do, but you've just been told, go out and explore. And that's okay in my opinion. I think it's fine for the game to sometimes just be like, we've presented you a mystery, go interact with that mystery. Of course, again, I know where I'm going, so we're going to head straight to Sarity City. The place I first tried going was Asuka City, and we will do that. We will go to Asuka City. We will be save stating before we enter Asuka City, don't you worry. But we'll go there. The first time I was playing this with 3 Digimon I was trying to level, when I got here I actually was struggling enough that I went ahead and sat here on Divermon Lake fishing for Divermon just so that I could get a few extra levels to not feel like I was as struggling as I was. Yeah, to put it in perspective, I think I've got 20 hours on this file now, and when I first got to Amaterasu, I think I was at like 50 hours doing 3 Digimon. It takes a lot of effort to get that many Digimon all leveled. I want to take a look about showing something off. genuinely, not just me being like, hey, streamer talking. I actually genuinely want to see what they're selling in the card shop. So this is the portion of the game I don't know as well. Summon Devimon, some ultimates, and Chaos Fires. Put one black, non-black. Yes. Don't mind me. I want 4 of you. Alright. That gets rid of the one weakness we had, which was the fact that I was using 4 Devimon to make our Mega easier to play. So now we have a kill spell. Technically we have 2 kill spells. Eclipse Undo is kind of a kill spell. And there's only one person on each server that super punishes us for Chaos Virus, so that should be fine. The QB-mons are just because of the fact that I needed a really good I needed a good Digimon to fill an extra slot. Eventually those will get swapped out for something else, don't worry. But yeah, we are now a super block heavy folder with some blue. Actually, I should harass the people in here to see if any of them want to. It's like a farm with all these Oinkmon. I can just feel the greatness of the AOA. Sure. With your pigs. Everyone who opposes us gets turned into Oinkmon. Wonder what the boss is going to do with them now. I don't remember if we ever find out. Alright, not gonna lie, as a kid I would have lost my shit over seeing what the Chiefs look like. Comrade, let me welcome you. Qinglong Chief, where's the Digi-Egg of Knowledge? I don't know that either. But why are you asking? You are not one of us! And if I'm not, what are you going to do? I'll capture you like the others. Man, Digimon is cool. I don't care if people think that that's over the top or lame. I think a giant dinosaur dragon thing with 2 giant mouths as arms, 1 mechanical, 1 skeletal is just dope. This is aesthetic to me. Oh, hell yeah, I'm here for it. Give me more over-the-top bullshit. There goes Deltamon into Triceramon. Again, we have an off-color Triceramon. Off-color Digivolutions are a thing you see in almost all of the games. That was my brain going, are they in Next Order or Cyber Sleep? And no, they're not. But that's also because you get to play as every single Digimon that you can counter. So they're just not as... Oh, well, no. Off-color Digivolutions are in there, too. You have things like Blue-Greymon. One of the off-color Digivolutions I think is just really silly is off-color Growlmon, because it's orange Growlmon, and it's... I love orange personally, it looks really silly. And orange Growlmon turning into orange War Growlmon is even sillier. And then there's Chaos Gallantmon, which is evil Gallantmon, and that looks so good. They used it as the signature Digimon in Digimon Dusk, and that was the correct choice. Hello, Chimeramon. You are a hell beast in Series 2. And you take no damage! Great! And that white mist is why we looped ahead, and oh... No, this would be a great moment for me to... Yeah, we just have to hit run and not be allowed to. I'll buy some status cures for situations like this. I forgot about sleep and what it actually does. There we go. Yeah, I know you can. Since we dealt so little damage with the physical attack, let's try Giga Fire. Also, Sleep into Dark Element dealing 700 damage is, spooky. Oh! Chimeramon, weak to fire. Sure. Wow! Goodbye, Chimeramon. Oh, that's very much so like when Metal Garurumon takes out Puppetmon, just a fire breath and gone. Yeah, I beat Queen Longchief. Don't know how to actually say that. Sorry for those of you who know what the pronunciation should be like. Huh? There's something on the ground. Huh? What is this? Blue ID pass? It might come in handy, so I'll take it with me. But no sign of the Digi-Egg of Knowledge. I wonder what's happening in the real world. And, of course, with everything happening with the AOA, we do get more stops seeing what's going on in the real world, seeing what kind of chaos is unfolding. What? What is going on? Shut up! I can't hear my cell phone! What? What should I do? Where's the police? Yeah, reminder, our lives are built on technology now. If all of it stopped working, we'd be in deep shit. That's part of the conceit behind things like a zombie apocalypse, is just the fact that life would break down so rapidly without, as you lose more and more people to help with crucial roles such as maintaining technology. You, will you fight me? You got, oh right, I've got the crony ID so you don't care. Most of the AOA in spots where tamers who would fight you in Asuka server are, they'll either card battle you or Digimon battle you or let you go. And this is the point at which we have so few Digimon in our party that they'll just be like, eh, you're not cool enough to bother beating up. I just want... Oh, there is an item that... I forgot about the life plug. Okay, so you can recover MP. Cool. Let's just buy a bunch of energy discs and a bunch of... Actually, I guess supercharges don't do that. They do like half our health. I can't get myself to commit to the life plugs because I would like to be able to buy stat chips later. And while I have this much money, it's not gonna compare to what these stat chips actually cost. We can actually take a look now to see how this compares, and you'll see this is when you can purchase the Zweihander naturally. That's right, we've been using the Amaterasu's base equipment for almost the entire game. That's why it feels so stupid to have that equipment available so early. And yes, you have to get the money to do so. The auction of it allows you to get access to that money way easier than you would normally. But oof. For those of you who are curious, there are optional bosses on this side of things as well. They give you pieces of equipment that are Digimon specific. I think a bunch of them are non-Mon specific actually. But you'll find them in the same places as the optional bosses on Asuka server. They are dark megas. This thing is spooky looking. I haven't decided how to handle that, because essentially how I've been handling these streams is doing a bunch of extra stuff on my own time, and then having the streams be very focused on making progress through the game. That way I can show off the game, what it's like, what the story is like, what the events are like. But that doesn't mean I don't want to show off any of the side stuff. So it puts me in this weird position of not knowing how to handle things like optional Digimon battles, because that's the kind of thing I think could be cool. But it would take 10 to 20 minutes to get through the dungeons. and then, sorry, get through the dungeons and then get back on track. Such as right here, we could go to Protocol Forest. But me personally, I'm more excited just to keep going forward. These are things that we can get back to. The only particularly terrifying boss amongst them... No, wait, no. No. None of them have an instant kill text, so... All of them are generally around the level of what we just fought. So, there's nothing to get overly excited about when it comes to those fights. They're still cool to do. But right now, I think I'd rather focus on showing off more of the game. Oh, for those of you curious why I didn't go to use the gondola. One, I'm pretty sure the gondola doesn't work. Can't actually remember. Thanks, phone. Oh right, Snymon takes like no damage, and also might outspeed us. So let's burn Snymon to death. I should do an MP evaluation. How many texts do I get? How many gigafires do I get before I need to recover MP? What was I saying? Anyways, AOA member. I hate my job, it sucks! Oh, just a kid? This sucks! Okay. So yeah, this is a situation where bringing in the other team members would be just so that these people will fight us. And they should be card battle before they would be Digimon battle, but I can't make a promise on that. This is one of those things that as an entertainer I'm gonna have to figure out my personal feelings on, is side content versus main content for what I show off. Hey, you! Who are you? Oh, just a kid. Oh, I was hoping. Speaking of content I'm probably not going to show off, is using the rest of our TP. Oh, it caps. I didn't realize it capped. Okay. So we now can do super water tolerance and super thunder defense. I'm gonna ignore all that right now and just do a training on spirit and feel miserable that I've lost minimum 1 TP. Come on, Agumon. We can do this. Gotta make those gigafires count. Honestly, just because I'm using this TP for the sake of not losing it. You see, as well as you may think you know a game, there are things that you can still be surprised by. This is a miserable surprise. I hope I didn't lose too much TP. I don't think I did. I think it might just be 1. No, because you hit the... it's at least 6. Yeah, I'll just eat the suboptimal results and move on with our life for now. I will get back to doing training later. Just gonna leave a save state there. Don't worry about why. I'm sure going to Amaterasu City is going to be fine. Hi, Nightmon. You're an alternate. We can handle that. Virus detected. Virus detected. Deleting the virus now. Hey, wait, I'm not a virus. Virus confirmed. Virus confirmed. Deleting the virus now. It's no use. Nightmon was reprogrammed by the AOA. I guess I should check out the other cities for now. I love that it says that, and then you still go into the fight. So, Nightmon attack. Wow. 2,000 damage. And when we counter, it evades. Bad news, it evades everything. And then it gets the second attack, and we die. So yeah, it's not uncommon to just be unable to run away from Nightmon. I'm not even sure if you're able to, period. It is not my favorite encounter. Hey, Antilamon. There's definitely a part of me that just enjoys showing off that I recognize Digimon and know their names. So South Sector here in Amaterasu is where we needed to end up going. We didn't go there first because we needed the Queen Long Chief's ID before we can get into Suzak. Well, sorry. It's Queen Long City instead of Saryu City, but I'm not going to remember the Amaterasu names. Not because they're Chinese inspired, but because of the fact that I don't interact with those cities and those chiefs as much as I do the ones in Asuka City. Asuka server. Time to enter the water. The water is spooky. The game... So, Amaterasu server mostly is just operating at the same level as any other part of it. It ramps up a little bit, but not a lot, between the different sectors. And being in the water is spooky because Marine Devimon. Black Dart? Question mark? Oh, good. Marine Devimon hits you with a triple water attack if it gets to go, so it can actually deal some decent damage. And we have Mechanical Bash now. So that's going to give us another option for a strong attack in situations where I don't think the other two are going to be so good. But yeah, this is the kind of portion where using signature text gets really, really big, because those are your most powerful attacks, and they're going to be what clear enemies the most efficiently, at least as far as turns go. They're also the most expensive MP-wise, so that can end up being its own problem. This should pop us out where I want us. Thank you, Phoenix Bay. Hey, wait, who you are? Is that the blue ID pass? I'm sorry. I didn't know you were Queen Long Chief. What? Yeah. That uniform is too obvious. I'm in disguise and on patrol. Let's keep this a secret, just between the two of us, okay? You're great, Chief. You're a hard worker. Oh, please, go ahead. The AOA are idiots, and I'm here for it. Phew, that was close. But now I can go into Zukyu City. Part of why I like Team Skull so much in Pokemon Sun and Moon is the fact that they're all just idiots. And Plumeria admits to that. But they're her idiots, so we get in trouble for messing with them. And I love that even more. What does the pawn shop have? I've never actually talked to the pawn shop on camera. They sell accessories. You ignore the normal accessories. A bunch of ultimates and Summon Devimon. Okay. Lady Devimon's actually probably the ultimate I would recommend using if you wanted to do an ultimate build instead of using Megas. Just because the fact that you can reasonably use 3 of them after drawing 3 Summon Devimons. Yeah, nothing exciting here. Okay. You know that I'm not playing this with a walkthrough open in my mind, by the way, because I'm not purchasing the anti-status ailment equipment and just having that on at all times. Or sorry, not having them on when it's important for me to. My cat just poked her head up above my TV. The TV on my desk, I guess, because I don't want to... Turns out I don't need to use that. Turns out that the capture card actually records to my computer in better time than I thought. Only the members of the AOA can enter here. Zukyu Chief, where's the Digi-Eigen knowledge? So you're responsible for the Asuka server? But no matter how hard you try, it's too late! What? What do you mean by that? I'll tell you. We succeeded in taking the undersea base Magasta. And now we are launching the mobile fort Juggernaut. Now the world will bow down to the AOA. Yeah, right. I'm not going to let you. I'll stop the launch of the Juggernaut. Go ahead and try. That's if you can get by me first. And now we get our second chief fight, which I just wanted to assume I'm save stating a bunch in lieu of doing the normal saves. Because saving this game takes a minute. Oh. Hey, we still get it. I was like, oh, we blocked one. Oh my lord, that was 1100 per shot. Hey, Scorpiomon. Scorpiomon in the anime is water-based, so we don't want to go fire. We'll try a mechanical dash, I guess. Bonk. Not quite. Oh, not even close. Okay. Let's swap to Black Dirt. I really need to look at our MP. The fact that our MP is not nearly as obvious to check as our HP makes me so bad about it. Okay, Scorpiomon's just got a fair bit more health and defense. Fair on ya. 2,500, so we've got 25 Gigafires in us at any time. Probably more like 24? Nah, I don't know. I don't want to do the math about what the extra 8 would do to that number. Snymon! Snymon, you burn. Oh no, but Snymon's also fast. Yeah, taking 500 damage is still spooky to me. Our offense is way better than our defense, and that's because I just don't trust our defense. The fact that Mega Heal is under 100 in cost is actually kind of amazing to be considered that's loaded right now. Goodbye, Snymon. Zoo Q Hall. Yeah, I won against Zoo Q Chief. And they also dropped an item. Huh? There's something on the ground again. Yeah, I got the red ID pass. Well, where is the Digi-Egg of Knowledge? I've got to find it fast to stop the Juggernaut. So this is a moment that I really don't like, actually. Because they boot you out to the city, and where you need to go is the place where we found Keith and Nick. So they actually direct you away from where you need to go in that moment. It's a little thing, but it can end up causing a lot of confusion. If you've been there in Asuka City, in the Asuka server, to where the Digi-Egg ends up sitting, then your brain can put 2 and 2 together and realize that maybe it's the spot to come here, but I really do not like the fact that they point you away from it. It made me think that I needed to go to West Sector next and take care of West Sector before I got the Digi-Egg. You know, take care of everything in Amaterasu. That was the equivalent to what we've done in Asuka server. But that's not the case. Instead, now we have to go here, where all the Shogun Gekkomon used to be. I don't actually remember what's in this cave. We find out together. Oh. Scarier Shogun Gekkomon. Okay. Confusing bastards. Confuse Nebula, there it is. Okay. Either we resist the confusion, or this is gonna get loopy. The fact that they made a piece of music just for being confused makes me so happy. It's just so good. It's so unnecessary, but it's so good. Ah, goodbye, Shogun Gekkomon. We're probably gonna have to fight like 3 more of you before we get out of here. I don't like saying that. I don't like thinking that, but it's still probably true. Okay. Nope, up this ladder too, because we have to go all the way to the back of the cave. we're going to go up this ladder because there should be an item up there. Will you please die by a black dart? I do not want you confused nebulaing. Please? Please? Yeah, we get it. Listen, I'll take it when I can avoid. I think the music is silly. I think the mechanic is infuriating. I don't even think that. I think the mechanic is honestly pretty amusing. Yeah, I got an Evil Fang. Actually, I think that's something that would be super useful for us, because I think it gives our normal attack a chance to confuse. See equipment. Equipped arm attacks like a tiger. No, thank you. One of the weapons gives us like lifesteal that we can purchase in this server. I don't think it's the one in here, but it might be worth checking. One of the two-handers gives us a status ailment on our attacks. Hey! What do we have here? So you have a very similar pedestal in the Suka server with nothing on it. It can be a way to hint that this is here, but it's a little unclear. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but we got it! The Digi-Egg of Knowledge. Which, you know, is fitting since we used our knowledge to get here. Now we can summon Digimon. Okay, let's go back to a Suka server and go to North Sector. This I do like. I like the fact that it just takes you straight back out to Zukyu City again. That is a nice touch, because it's like, okay, we know you're impatient to go check out Digimon. Head on out. Now, how to use Digimon. Use Digimon by going to holes in the ground. And if you've been paying attention to the map layouts, you'll have seen them. Actually, when I first played through this game, like, even as a kid, I saw the holes in the ground and was like, there must be something about these. Which is why it's a bummer that as a kid, I actually never got this far in the game. This is something I've only ever reached as an adult. Yes, I would like to stay at the inn, please. Now, I have complex feelings when it comes to using Digimon. Mostly in that I don't know exactly how much to scream. This next episode might be one of the few episodes of this playthrough that does not just get the super excited celebratory pose from me as far as the thumbnails go. Because it's going to be a lot of Digimon. And it might not be a lot of Digimon, but it's going to be our first instance of Digimon and that whole situation. Brachiomon, how dare you survive? Goodbye. Hey, level 13. We're over a quarter of the way to where we need to be with Metal Garurumon. Oh. It's just like, can I show off a Cardmon before? A Amaterasu Cardmon before? And then, hey, look, there we go. So yeah, now they have 3 cards instead of 2. And they're going to be a fair bit stronger. How much did that deal? Okay, cool. We should get the kill. Please be enough. Don't have like a sliver left. I'd be very sad. Yeah, alright. And we get a 10B pack. Because each section of Amaterasu server just keeps raising the packs. There's so many cards to get once you get to Amaterasu server, it's kind of ludicrous. And here's our hole in the ground, with a connection cable going to it, and a stupid guard on it. Oh, hi Oreo Gaga. Sorry for not noticing you. The game is absolutely beatable. You'll notice that I'm only using one Digimon, and that's my recommendation to people who want to play through this game, is only use one Digimon. It's not built to make using 3 Digimon easier than using 1 in any way, shape, or form. Instead, your EXP is just going to feel way smoother by just using 1 Digimon. It really reduces the amount of grind. I choose to grind more than you need to, because I think that's fun. So yeah, we pop the Digi-Egg of Destiny, and we go on down. The game's not that bad, though, if you have an idea of what you're getting into. So hi, welcome to the circuit board. This is where I'm going to pause the stream, and for you YouTube audience, thank you so much for watching. Have the best day that you possibly can, and I'll see you soon here on the circuit board.